ready, Teresa? We'll give a few minutes.
Good, good.
All right, we are live.
Right.
All right, we good? Ready to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready, girl. Ready.
All right, make sure we're just live over here. It's not showing me on YouTube, but
I see it. I see it.
On YouTube? Okay. So if two people inside the same business ask ChatGPT the exact same question with a prompt in two different chats, should ChatGPT give them the same answer? What you think, Teresa?
We've been talking about this, and I'm just going to tell you, I don't believe it's going to give you the same answer. I think that it is relying on information that it has about you. And if I'm right, that's a much bigger business issue than people realize. Just something to really think about, especially since everybody, everywhere you turn, all day long, AI, 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 AI.
Absolutely. I think so too, because I've tried this, but they've been my accounts, so it may be different. But ChatGPT is supposed to be smart, right? So tonight we're going to see how smart it really is. We're going to use the same prompt, my account, Teresa's account, live with you, and have two different chats and test this out to see if it really works.
Yep. I see we got somebody watching out there. What do you think?
What do you think on YouTube?
TX Mom. I'm trying to read it from Ohio. Good evening. But yeah, what do you think? We are curious to know if you have, what do you think before we pull this trigger?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yep. And we're not telling it, the answer that we want, right? We're not fixing anything before we show you. We're not going to do that. We're going to do this live. We're going to ask it right here. And because I want to know what happens too, we're going to do it in front of everybody.
Yes. But think about why this matters right now. See, if people working inside your business right now, maybe you have a VA and an executive assistant, right? There's a good chance that somebody on your team is already using ChatGPT to do part of their job. That's just going to be assumed, right?
Right. So it is that way. Of course she is. Once you figure it out, it can save you time. Why wouldn't you do it too? I mean, the whole world wants their time back, right? We don't want. So you said, I see here Frederica is on. So you're saying, I don't think it will. You don't think it'll be the same? We on the same page. I don't think it'll be the same either. Okay.
Right. But now I have a question for you, the entrepreneur. Wherever you're watching from right now on a replay or live right now, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Everyone is using ChatGPT. Are they all working with the same version in your business? Think about that. If you have someone assigned to write copy, someone to create graphics, is it using the same voice and tone, or is it totally separate?
Right. That's a question. Okay.
He said, nope.
Right. That's where this gets interesting, y'all. That's where this gets interesting. So make it, we want to see what you got to say, right? Before we touch anything. Before we do it, tell us what you think. Frederica, I already see you out there telling us, but anybody else out there watching on any of the other channels, tell us what you think before we do it. Like, we're going to use the same prompt, two different ChatGPT accounts. Do you think we're going to get basically the same recommendation or something completely different? And if we get something different, what does that say about chat? So put same or different. Put same or different in the comments.
In the comments. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So listen, I'm not talking about whether ChatGPT changes a few words here and there, right? Of course, the wording may change because if it's based on your account, it has an idea of who you are. But we're like Teresa said, we're looking at the thinking behind it.
Right.
To see the same business. That's the question. Does it recommend the same priorities to you? Will it tell Teresa something that tells me? It will tell me differently, right? That's what I really want to know. Will it say,
Is it contradicting itself?
yes, is it contradictory? I do not know.
Well, look, I think I already know.
Mm.
I think it's going to be very different, but I could be wrong because this is a test and it's
Right.
a guess at best, right?
And has anyone ever done this before? Because I do believe that it will be different too. But let's see. We just may be surprised. So y'all want to jump into the test right now? I
Let's jump
mean,
in.
we gotta
Let's jump in.
open up a brand new. Can we both share at the same time?
Girl, I
Okay.
don't know. That's going to be,
Okay.
well, I'm going to let you go first
All
and then
right.
just share your screen first.
All right. So let me just do something very simple. Let me
Well,
open up a new
you got to
chat.
put the whatever you put into chat.
The prompt and
You
YouTube.
you can put it, no, you don't have to put it on YouTube. Put it in our chat discussion so I can copy and paste it.
Okay.
And
Let
then
me
you
put it
can
right
read it.
now.
Yeah, you can read it. So
All
then I'm
right.
going to do the same thing and we're going to see, does this work, y'all? This is live TV, honey.
Let's
YouTube TV.
see. A simple task. Y'all have any ideas for prompts out there in the comments? Let us know on YouTube if you got an idea.
Uh-huh.
So here's one. We don't want to do one that's specific. We want a targeted one, right?
Uh-huh.
So based on what you know about me, okay, but no, it has to be something that's universal.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's see. So let's see. What was the one earlier? You said
What did I say?
disruption. Why does disruption always follow it? What
Oh,
about that one?
yes.
Why does disruption
Always
always
follow
follow intention?
intention. Yeah. Or is it true that
Okay.
disruption always follows intention?
I gotta
I
speak it
think that.
into my thing. Is
Okay.
it true that disruption always follows intention? So right now, what I'm using is Whisper Flow to speak the prompt into the chat.
I
Okay,
cannot see your screen. Share your screen.
I'm about to do it right now.
Okay.
Always follows intention. So there is, that's the question in the chat. I'm about to share my
Okay.
screen
I'm
now.
gonna copy and paste it.
I
All
gotta
right.
make sure my chat is private. I use
I
chat
know.
for a lot.
I know.
Okay,
So
so we
just
got ChatGPT. Let me
mm,
know if you all can see my screen because on YouTube
I
it's
can see it
frozen for
very
me.
clear.
All right, y'all can see all my stuff up there. Okay, so here is y'all can wait. Is it too much time?
I,
Okay, here is the prompt.
I don't
Is
see.
it
Yeah, I see
is
it.
it true that disruption always follows intention? All right,
Yep.
let's see what it says.
This is gonna be funny to see. Is this consistency? All right, that's yours.
Okay, yeah, this is mine. No, literally no. Often
All right.
follows committed attention. All right, so you ready to
Okay.
share your screen?
I am
We're
about
gonna
to
have to
share
compare. We're
mine.
gonna have to compare in a second. But let me stop
I,
sharing. Let me get that.
uh-huh. I'm about to
All right, I'm not sharing anymore now.
okay. So what I have to do, hang on. Hang on, y'all. You know, I'm a few steps behind, slower.
I'm
That's
gonna make you. I have to make you the host, or you can share. Okay.
yeah, I can share. I don't need you. Yeah, I don't need to be the host. Let me get to chat. I think I'm already on chat, but let's go.
You want to open up a new one so it won't be, all in
Mhm.
your business.
I know.
What do
I,
y'all think on YouTube? Do you think it'll be very different? I know it
I
was quick, but if y'all want, once we show Teresa's, we'll go back to Maz and compare and contrast.
uh-huh.
Do you all think it'll
Okay,
be very
mine
different?
is okay.
Is
Okay.
it expansive? Is
Wait a minute, hold up. I was about to show y'all.
it says multiple people can share. Can I share too?
Yes, go ahead.
Let
Okay,
me.
here's my answer. Can you see my answer?
I can see it. Let me see if I can share. I might can share too. Look at.
Look,
Wow, that's very different. Hold
very
on.
different.
Wait, can you see mine's too?
Okay, so I'm gonna read. Yeah, I see. Well, I see mine. I don't see yours. But anyway,
It
yes.
says it says I can see. Can you see my screen on YouTube right now? Because it says it's showing. Let me
No, because
refresh.
mine's in front. So I'm
Oh,
looking on YouTube. I see mine. Oh, there's yours. It did
where
pop up
where do you see it at?
on YouTube.
Oh, it's right there.
Uh-huh.
So it's not showing it gallery mode though. That's probably
No,
why.
it's not showing gallery mode.
Let me.
Okay, so you read what it said for the same exact prompt. What does yours say? And just you can
My
read
prompt
down
says
3 paragraphs.
3 paragraph. Read all three of them.
No, I got four. I got more than four.
All right, I'll read. Now the prompt is it true that disruption always follows intention? No, literally no. A more accurate statement would be disruption often follows committed intention. Intention by itself can stay entirely internal. You can intend to change your life, start a business, set a boundary, leave something behind, or pursue an opportunity, and nothing around you necessarily changes. But once that intention becomes a decision in action, disruption becomes much more likely. That is because real change interferes with an existing pattern. Your schedule
Mm.
changes, relationships adjust, old habits resist, new problems appear, something that used to fit suddenly does not. So the sequence is often intention, decision, action, disruption, adjustment, new normal. And there
Huh.
is an important distinction here. Disruption is not automatically confirmation that your attention is right. Sometimes disruption means growth. Sometimes it means the strategy needs work. And
Mm.
sometimes it is simply the predictable consequence of changing something that had been stable. If you're thinking about this through a self trust lens, I think the strong idea is when you act on what you truly intend, expect your current reality to be disturbed. That is very different from saying if things start going wrong, it must mean I'm on the right path.
Mm.
Well, it had me
So
in there
yeah,
with
yeah,
the self
yeah.
trust in there. You saw that?
I saw that it brought now. See, you guys may not know, but self-trust is a brand that
Yes.
Shanita has, and it's picking up on her own on her personal brand.
Yes.
So now I'm gonna read mine. Shanita, take yours down so they can
Okay,
see
let me stop
mine.
sharing.
Stop sharing it, and then mine will come
Okay.
up. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I put the exact same prompt, y'all. The exact same prompt, but in a different GPT, one that is owned by myself, and we started fresh. And here's what it said. It's different than what Shanita has. Mine says, not as a literal law of life. So the question was, is it true that disruption always follows intention? Not as a literal law of life, but there's a very real pattern behind that idea. When you set a
Mm.
serious intention, disruption often seems to follow because intention creates movement. Movement exposes what is incompatible with where you currently are trying to go. Think of the sequence this way: intention, attention, action, friction, disruption, adjustment, and growth. Now, it says, suppose you decide I want a different life. That intention immediately changes what you notice, things you previously tolerated before that were uncomfortable. Habits that were invisible become obvious. Relationships may feel different. Your schedule suddenly looks misaligned. Your business system reveals weaknesses. The intention didn't necessarily cause those problems, it revealed them. Now, isn't that a trip?
That
I,
is
girl, here's what I'm going to say to this.
mm,
I think that it is, notice how when it gives the sequence of events that go, yours is much shorter.
yes.
Mine's has more words to it.
Yes. Let's talk about it real quick because I think it really matters here. So it
Uh-huh.
picked up on me as a self-trust activist. It said this through a self-trust lens. And
Right,
yours is evident that you've probably had conversations in the past with ChatGPT around something very similar because
right,
it gave you a very different sequence. So
right.
mine is intention, decision, action, disruption, adjustment, new normal.
And mine is intention, attention, action, friction, disruption, adjustment, and growth. I think what's happening here is that it has learned personality, it has learned
Mhm.
breadth and depth, it has learned age difference, it has learned wording difference, and it has learned some of the inflections, the things that are important, and it is putting it in the order that it believes we would receive it. Does it feel like
Yes.
it to you?
Absolutely. I love how you put that. Absolutely. Because it both started with an intention, right? That's the
Right,
part of the universal law. But
right.
then yours went for attention and mine went to decision. And I
Uh,
think it did that because my framework and what I do in my main business is regarding decision. And I use that
right.
term a lot in ChatGPT. So to me, it's evident that even with the simplest of prompts that's universal, chat is adjusted to know learn you more, and then even with simple things like this it's gonna tailor it towards you.
Wow.
So that is just, I mean, and probably the same is true for
It's an amazing
Claude.
thing.
Yeah, it's incredible. That's why it's so important, the input. We talked about this before. What you get in is what you get out.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I guarantee you, if someone in the watching right now, if you put that prompt in your chat GPT, what would you get?
Mm, that's a good question. So the prompt was, does disruption follow intention?
Is
That
it
was the
true
prompt.
that
Is it
disruption? I'm
true?
putting
Yeah.
YouTube in the comments right
Yeah.
now so they
So
can
you
see it on
guys go ahead
YouTube.
and check to see what you get when you put it in to see if it does that for you as well.
And
So
let us know while you're watching
yeah,
what the
absolutely.
comment is. But
Why don't you do it?
let's get back.
Where we at?
What we we're gonna go down to how did it do that, right? How did
Mhm.
ChatGPT do that? We talked about it already, but it's because Chat knows who we are. So we already discussed what our results were. So we can go
Yes.
on, move on from that, and then we can go on to how did it do that.
Okay. Okay. So we starting with how to do that.
Yep. So a new
Okay. So
chat is not a new necessarily a blank slate.
it is not.
That y'all gotta remember that.
We learned it tonight.
Okay.
Now, I've got a question. We both opened brand new chats. So how did mine know enough about me to answer the question that I would understand?
Yes. Oh, we got. She said,
Not
"Look at
always.
that."
Wow. But meaningful intention also always creates disruption. I have to go, ladies. Okay.
Ah, wow, that's
Yes.
amazing. So this
Yes.
is the part I think a lot of people don't realize. We said, a brand new chat does not mean a new chat GPT. It doesn't mean it doesn't know anything about you because you open a new browser window or if you're using the app in itself. Depending
Mm,
on your settings.
right.
Remember, if you use ChatGPT correctly, you've told it more about you, given your bio, you've given it your
Mhm.
personality, your tone, your voice. If you use those settings, that context will still be in there, even in the new chat. And
Mm.
that's the part people don't always see and understand.
So yeah, the conversation is brand new, y'all.
Right.
But ChatGPT isn't necessarily meeting me for the first time or meeting you for the first time. So
Ooh.
therefore, it will take into account the things that you have already said. It has learned from you.
That is a good way to say that. And
Mhm.
that's why my answer can be different than yours, than somebody else's, because I've had probably thousands of conversations and you've
Mm.
had thousands, but they're
Mhm.
different and we work
Yeah.
differently. So another thing is like OpenAI has memory built in, right? That
Mm.
uses context from the chats, the files, and the connected apps that you use. So if you're
Mm.
using plugins, if you're using ChatGPT to do like mostly everything, if you even have custom GPTs, all that is applicable across any chat you create. So it's
Mm.
kind of like you kind of stuck with it. You can't get
Yeah.
away if you try to. But it's a
Right.
good thing though if you use it correctly.
All right. So, which means we've been thinking about the prompt like it's the whole thing. And what you have to remember
Mm,
is it has memory, so it is not the whole thing. It also has some perspective, right? So it takes
yes.
things in perspective, and it also is looking for relevancy. So there's a sequencing in the priority in terms of how it produces a response. That is very important because if you don't understand that, and you think, well, if I type this in, it's going to be the same response for everybody. You've made a mistake. Let me just say
Yes.
that.
And we're not saying the prompt doesn't matter because it does matter. But what chat already has available to work with matters too. So give you an example. There's a chat that was
Frozen.
real
Shanika, we're going to wait for you to unfreeze. Give her a
I,
second.
I'm not
All
frozen.
right.
You
Well,
frozen,
I'm going to
Teresa.
go ahead and take off where she was.
Oh,
Now, there you are. There you are. You back.
you was frozen. I was talking.
You
Okay,
were
so
too.
okay. So one thing you can test out right now is put in a new chat based on what you know about me. What do I do, or who am
What?
I? You
Okay.
frozen, Teresa. Yeah,
You
it's
are
your
too.
yeah.
We both
So
frozen.
the prompt wasn't the magic as we all know, right?
Mm.
So you know we had Teresa or no?
No, which means, where are we?
The changes
Okay, I got you.
the changes the prompt conversation, how it changes the
Okay.
prompt
Now,
one.
now, wait a minute. Now you just made me think about all those times somebody gives you a prompt online, copy that
Oh,
exact prompt, right?
come on. Talk about that.
So you copy it and your answer looks nothing like theirs.
Yes. And then
Mm,
you think, oh my God, what did I do wrong? They said
right.
put the prompt like this, and I didn't get that result.
Right,
Ooh,
exactly. Exactly. Or you think their chat GPT is better than yours, or maybe you think you might need to upgrade.
come on. Oh, who talking to somebody tonight?
Mm,
When there may be a whole lot happening behind that prompt that you don't see. Maybe
right.
that person's chat GPT has a lot more context about the
Mm,
topic at hand
mm,
than you do. Maybe
yeah,
understands that user's preferences more. Maybe
right.
they've been working around the same topic for months and you just copied the words, but you didn't
Right.
copy the relationship, and that's different.
Well,
Hello,
that
somebody.
make that point because relationships, you can say the same thing,
Talk
you can
about
say
it.
it the same way, you can say it at the same time. In the relationship makes all the difference. I'm just going to throw that out there as a principle, right? It's just a principle. It's a principle to do
Mm.
business well. So you can say that again.
Again, you copied the words, you copied the
Mm.
prompt, you did not copy the relationship.
Mm, that's so good. That's so good. Because now I understand why the same prompt doesn't necessarily mean the same experience, right? It's bringing you and everything you got into it, right? So
Yeah.
this is
Man,
this is
this
this.
is where we're gonna stop being nice. We gotta get in your business right now, right? So now we're
Okay.
gonna make somebody probably uncomfortable, but it's true. We are entrepreneurs. If you're watching, maybe you're an aspiring entrepreneur, but we're gonna we'll take what happened between us now and this demo and
Mm,
put it inside your business right now.
mm.
Imagine that.
Yep, because you're not the only one using Chat GPT or OpenAI
Claude,
or Claude or Grok or whatever,
any of them, Manus.
or Gemini, right?
Maybe your VA is using it and you
Mm,
have like maybe what you call the ChatGPT account that has a corporate account with many users in it.
mm.
Maybe somebody handling the content who writing your scripts, who writing your YouTube videos is using it.
Maybe some, maybe all the stuff that's you where you fired somebody where they was putting in some devilish stuff and messing your stuff up, calling you, you know,
Okay.
maybe all that is built into the memory of the GPT too.
Say that. Maybe an
Mm,
operations person figured it out 6 months ago and never even thought to change what she put in there,
mm.
right?
Or
Because
maybe
she
they
thought
forgot
it
it
was
was
a new
put down,
tool.
or they was talking personal about
Oh,
something that they shouldn't have been talking about, and it's in the Chat GPT,
in
and
your
Chat
chat
think it's
GPT
a
account.
part that they think it's a part of the business structure. Chat does not have common
Mm,
sense, y'all. Not
say that
really.
again.
Mm.
Say that again. Oh man, but we can
So,
move on.
and yeah, honestly, listen, we have got to figure this thing out. If something lets me get my work done easier, I'm probably going to use it. And you guys got to understand that's the mindset. That's what people are
Hmm.
thinking. The issue isn't, is somebody going to use it? The question is, what does her chat GPT know about my company and everybody else's personal business? I'm going to bring that in.
There it is. And that same company, does ChatGPT know my company? Or does it know
Mm,
me? Or does it know that person?
that's crazy.
So is it
Okay.
writing your emails? Is it writing
You
it
have to
based on
really,
that
really
person?
understand the power of this information, or it could be this information, that information, or
Yes.
disinformation.
So think
Um,
about that the next time you copy a prompt and you don't get
yeah,
the same result.
that's right. It's something to think about. So that bothers me more than whether we got two different answers, because now I'm thinking, what if my person in marketing asked ChatGPT who our ideal
Mm.
customer is? And what if
Oh.
the the person that's working with me comes from a completely different background, has a completely different mindset, and they're asking the question from their point of view versus I'm asking the question, do we get the same woman or person?
Mm.
No, we
Very
don't.
true. Exactly. And what if somebody asks what your company stands for? What are your values? Or what makes the offer different? Or how should we respond to our clients? Right? Every
Mm.
sentence has to sound the same for fluency, for consistency, right? But we
Branding,
have to absolutely talk about having the same values, brands, company, right? You don't want one person having a different perspective than you, and it's your
right?
business. That's not good at all.
Exactly. Not at all. So, and it's different. It's a different world that we're living in right now. And it does have implications. You hear me about to create a new word. It has implications in terms of your personal brand, your business brand, how people are responded to. People are always looking for the quick answer. If there's a
Mhm.
shortcut, they're going to take it. You know, it's what it is.
Very true. But we're not saying tonight that we want you everybody thinking the same. We don't want everyone being zombies, thinking the exact same way, but we need everyone starting from the same truth, the same foundation.
Mm.
And that's
Yeah.
really important, especially as you scale and grow and you have more visibility.
Right. So let me turn this around. Do we even want, this is the question, do we even
Mm.
really want the same answer? Let's ask that and see what do you think,
Do we
Shanita?
want the same answer? Huh? Not all the time.
No,
No,
because then
not
it
all.
sounds
No.
robotic, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Not all the time. No.
Yeah, absolutely not. Because you and I have different roles. So we have to, these are just things to think about, right? We're in a new world. If
Hmm.
ChatGPT thinks I should spend my day doing exactly what you're doing, that's probably not the smartest thing.
Right. Yeah. And different people should get different recommendations when their role calls for it. So
I
that's
think so.
useful, right? The
Yeah.
problem isn't personalization. Being personalized is part of what makes us powerful at the same time.
The problem is when we're different about something that shouldn't be different. So
Yes.
um, we have got to set rules so that everybody understands where we are going with our business. Like this business stands for this, the value system, the principles, the things that we are known for, right? So we're not
Yes.
going off in two different directions.
For an example, right? Your marketing person and your branding or operations person do not need the same answers.
Mm,
But if one chat GPT thinks your company serves new entrepreneurs
mm.
and another one thinks that you serve established hairdressers, then we got a huge problem. We have a huge problem.
Right, because we're not personalizing the work, we're confusing the company, and we're putting out messages that don't make sense.
Think about that for a second, right?
Mm,
And this is another part of what nobody's talking about. Your employees, your assistants, whoever help you may already have AI they're using on your
what?
behalf.
They might be using their personal AI on their phone, copying and pasting it.
Think about it. If your VA uses ChatGPT every day to help her with her work, because like you said, Teresa, you're going to use the fastest way.
Mm,
ChatGPT has basically become support to your assistant, but that
mhm.
is her ChatGPT
Okay, and that's true.
supporting your business as the
That's
assistant.
true.
Your content person may have AI helping them with content,
Hmm.
right? Your operations person may be using AI to think through a process,
Mm,
and you may never have officially hired an AI team. We talk
right.
about that later too, actually.
That's another
But
whole
pieces
conversation.
of one could already be working inside your company and you don't even know it.
Yeah, right. And you don't know the impact either. Nobody sat
No.
down and designed it, and that's where we run into trouble.
Yeah,
So,
and that
so you know this is going to happen because we're all getting to know it at the same time in different levels, different ways. Some of us,
yeah.
we're playing with it at home. We bring it on in. We find ways to shortcut things. Others are learning from a more, logical perspective through coursework and so forth, so that they can be the next gazillionaire. It's
Yeah.
just a variety of different methods. So you've got to put some framework in your business to protect your business and whatever else might be thrown into the business to try to
Mm.
execute more quickly. You
I'm
need
so
to.
glad you shared that because um what's the concerning part is that not that people are using the AI itself because we all using it. That's the world we live in. It's
Mhm.
that in your business, you don't know how it's being used.
Right.
And
And it's
that's
powerful. It's a
ooh.
powerful tool. Now, suppose everybody is inside the same Chat GPT business workspace. Wouldn't that take care of some of this, Shanita? What do you think?
I wouldn't assume that. Okay,
Uh,
for an example, OpenAI says that memories in ChatGPT business are tied to the individual user.
did y'all know
Oh, did y'all?
that?
they're not automatically shared with everybody else in the workspace.
Okay, so it's dividing and it's putting up walls and things so it doesn't even know. It's acting like it doesn't know.
Hmm.
Oh, this is a trip because we know it does know, even though it acts like it don't know, right?
Okay.
See, I wouldn't have assumed the opposite. Um, Same company and same account, same company brain. What?
Mm. And that's exactly why I want to have this conversation tonight because don't assume that. You have
Mm,
to design it. Who would
right,
have known that a business workspace belongs to the one user and not the whole business? Like, that's crazy.
right. So if I'm the business owner watching tonight, what am I supposed to want to see happen here? Because we've
Mm.
already said I don't need everybody getting the exact same answer. And we already know that if they're in a business GPT, that it's the individual user. So what do you think? You tell me.
We want the foundation to be the same. And
Mm,
that's the part you want to focus on. So when people in your business use AI to work on their business, does it understand the business it serves, right? Does it understand that one, I have a recommendation, but does it understand what you sell? Does it understand what you believe, what you stand for?
mm,
Does it understand the promise you're making to your clients?
yes.
Right? That is what's important here. And that is repeatable, and you can give that to every person using ChatGPT through a simple process. But yeah.
I think the company culture, building company
Hmm.
culture and being very clear about what the company stands for is very important so that the language that comes out of the mouth of the people that are representing you is
Yes.
consistent. It's consistent even if it's different words. The message should resonate the same. Wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Now, that means now marketing can think like marketers. The CEO can think like a CEO in different seats, but the same company.
Right. Right.
That
Same
is the
company
difference.
message, same
This,
company culture, same company
yes.
attitude, same company clients, you know.
Hmm.
That makes sense to me. I don't want clones. Y'all don't want no clones either, I know. Because
Mm,
we need the variety, but
yes.
I want alignment.
That part, Teresa. Now let's
Mhm.
do a quick test real quick.
All
Let's
right.
ask ChatGPT, why did you give me this answer? What do you know about me or my role that influenced your recommendation? So I'm gonna put this in
In
my
your chat.
yeah, I'm gonna respond in my response. Let me share my screen.
Okay.
And this should be interesting. Hopefully I don't like show too much. All
Yeah.
my little business conversations going on in there. We'll see. Let's see what it says. Let's go over here. Come on.
Interesting, y'all. It's
I'm gonna
very
put this in the chat. So
okay.
if you put this if you put this prompt in your chat GPT, but the first one,
Uh-huh.
I put it in YouTube and it's right here in the chat, Teresa, for you too.
Yeah, I got it. I got
So let
it.
me share my screen real quick.
All right.
And let
So
me know when you can see
this
my
is our second
screen.
test, y'all. I think, is it your screen? I see a screen sharing.
Okay, you see
Uh,
chat GPT?
yeah, but I see me. I see my stuff.
Oh, let's see. Can y'all, if you're watching, we got two. Can y'all see my screen right now? I'm sharing my screen. Can y'all see? Okay, it's
Oh,
showing
yeah.
now.
Yeah, okay, I
All
see it.
right. So I put the prompt in and let's see what it says. I don't have to really read it either.
No, I see.
Look at that.
I see.
Let me scroll up. You see how it changes answer based on what it knows about me. Look at this.
Yes. It says, did not, wait a minute, girl. You messing me up. I can't
Oh,
read. It
look at that.
said, what did it say? It says, yes, your role and your body of work influenced the answer. I did not interpret your question as a random philosophical question about whether intention causes disruption. I read it through the lens of the work you do
Mm.
around self-trust, decision-making, actions, and follow-through.
Now you see why the decision is there. That's part
Right,
of my framework. And
right,
you see, it says your position as the self-trust activator. That is what all this is about me personally. That's my
right.
personal context.
So how important is that to know? Okay,
That
now I'm
is
going to share
crucial.
mine.
Okay, let me stop sharing. This is interesting. Are y'all enjoying
Yes.
this?
I hope you guys are getting
Oh
something
my
out of this
gosh.
because we certainly are.
Yeah.
All
Okay, let's
right.
see what yours say, Teresa.
Mine says
You're not
something.
sharing. I can't see.
Okay. Well, can you
Okay.
see it? Now you should be able to
Yes.
see it. Okay. So here's mine, y'all. Let me go back. Okay. So there's the prompt. It's the exact same prompt that Shanitha just used. Yes, some of my answers was influenced by what I know from your previous conversations, and I should be transparent about exactly where that happened. The core answer that disruption does not always follow intention as a universal law, but that serious
Mm.
intention often creates action, friction, exposure to misalignment, and reorganization was not based on anything personal about you. I would
Mm.
give the basic explanation to anyone asking a
What?
philosophical question. Where I personalized it was towards the end. I know you primarily as a long time real estate broker, owner, entrepreneur, coach, advisor, and someone developed thought leadership content. You spent decades in real estate, but in a brokerage,
Wow.
trained agents, and now you're working to turn your experience into clearer coaching and advisory platform. I also know you've recently been working on ideas that go beyond simply teaching people how to sell houses. You've been exploring first principles, intention,
Mm.
subconscious programming, gratitude, identity, purpose, quality of life. So it's got all of my stuff in there too.
Do y'all see how it said the first part was universal?
Yes,
And at the end, it made it personal about you?
it flipped.
And
Yep,
then man said that man's was not, it was not universal at all. It did not
right.
interpret my question as a
Strictly,
random philosophical question.
right. So it split my answer and did not split hers, came up with a
Yes.
very specific. So that's interesting to see. Well, you got to run the test in order to know. That's the only way
Yes.
you're gonna find out. So now we know.
Now we know that smart, Teresa, doesn't mean right. Smart
Exactly.
doesn't mean right.
Does not mean right. That's right. So I'm about to see where we are, where we leave off. So we did,
So
we
smart
are
doesn't mean right. Don't give away the CEO seat. Do not give away your CEO seat. Just because chat can do all this, don't mean you're not the CEO no more.
exactly, exactly. Now, so we got already talked about what mine says, and
Hmm.
we are, yes, you're right, it does not mean right. And but I want you to say something else because this matters. Just because the answer sounded personal doesn't mean I'm automatically doing what it told me to do, right? That
That part. Absolutely, right? And I want us that to be understood very clearly. We're testing how ChatGPT responds. We're not handing it to the business. We're not giving the business to ChatGPT. It's
Mm,
different. Does it make sense?
right, makes a lot of sense. It can make a recommendation, and I'm still going to have to use my own judgment and maybe even scrap it and
Come
refine
on.
it and tell it to do it all over again. But it definitely can give you some recommendations and a direction to go or a direction to throw.
Absolutely. Come on. Absolutely. And that's like always. I recommend you always push back. You never took the first response you get from ChatGPT or any AI.
Mhm.
Sometimes it will have good context and still come to a conclusion you don't agree with. And
Right.
that's fine. The
Mhm.
value isn't that ChatGPT makes the final decision.
Right.
Okay. The value is that I can give it enough context to help me think at a much higher level.
And faster.
Oh, I'm like,
Faster.
faster, farther.
Yes. So,
Um,
but remember, it's human led. It's you led. It is you ink led.
oh,
You
oh, I
got to be
love
the
that.
one to lead it. So,
Every time. And this is where the AI team gets interesting, like having the AI team, right?
mhm. Yes, yes. Now I understand that the AI team conversation, I understand it differently. Before tonight, I would have thought, okay, build some agents that do different jobs, like the agent's trying to read my email right now.
Right.
But not anymore. It's not enough anymore. I think there's more to it. I
No.
think we got to do a little bit better than automating somebody reading your email that is not a human being.
Oh, okay. Listen, I can build an AI marketing agent that's brilliant at marketing, right? You can, and it can still be brilliant about the wrong business, the wrong values, the wrong morals.
That's so scary. That's
The,
so scary because it could be putting out completely like you thought it was done information,
mm,
but it's not done because it's wrong. It's
listen.
completely wrong.
Talk about it, Teresa. See,
Yeah,
wrong information doesn't come right just because AI can do it faster than you. Can I say
yeah.
it again? Let me say it again.
I think you better say it one
Wrong
more time.
information doesn't become right because AI can do it faster.
Right. It does. That's right. It's still wrong. So if I'm building an AI role for my company, and it needs to be understand that the company comes first, nothing else. Like the
Yes.
information is the information, but it may be completely wrong.
Did y'all see what happened with our response with ChatGPT? It gave us different outputs, different responses based on who we were.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine we were working in your business,
Mm,
right?
right,
So then you can give your AI context for the job it's supposed to do. And that's how we want business owners to start thinking about an AI team, right? Not
right,
just what kind of agent I can build in ChatGPT or in any kind of AI model, but what does the person in your business, whether they're an AI agent or a person, what does need them to understand before you can let them answer questions about your business, right? What does the
right,
role need to understand
right.
before you give it your information? That's really important.
It is because otherwise your human team and your AI team might be colliding. And
Mm,
here's the thing, I keep coming back to the virtual staff because so many women watching us have somebody working remotely. She may
mm,
never sit in your office. You may only talk twice a week, and she's using AI.
okay, probably.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, because it speeds things up and they're usually overloaded.
Mm.
Mhm. So that means AI is already touching the work. And it maybe I haven't even had a conversation with her about what needs to be done. You got to get control. You got to stay in control and start reviewing.
So that's what I would start. How are you using ChatGPT in your business right now? Let us know. Do you use it primarily in your content and your marketing? What does it look like for you? Because when you understand now that the way it responds based on people using it in your business, then you know that it's going to be personal to them if it's their account, especially too. So, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, very, very important. And you never know. Maybe she's figured out something that's brilliant. You never know.
They can try with their own team. They can try the same prompt like we did,
Yeah.
get like a prompt in that way and test it out.
I think the experiment is good for everybody's team. I think you should try it, even if it's in your family or whatever, your kids doing homework, just
Yes.
however you're using it right now, maybe recipes, because, people
I
workout
recommend
sequences, what takes down that waist, I don't know.
yes, yes. Try this. Give everybody one business question.
Mm,
Like, it can be the same prompt to say, what is here's one. What does my business offer? Use that same prompt in separate chats for the people working in your business. Don't let anybody see the answers beforehand and then put the answers next to each other. Just
mm,
try that and you'll be so surprised.
mm-hmm. Yep. And don't panic because they're going to be different. Look how different ours were.
Okay. Maybe the difference is actually useful though, right?
Yeah.
Maybe sales and marketing see something that maybe, I don't know, the front end manager doesn't see. And that's
Or no.
great. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe you discover three completely different
Yeah.
ideas of who your client is. Now
Yes.
that is something worth uncovering.
Right. Yep. And GPT didn't necessarily create that problem. It exposed it.
Yes, that's a very good distinction. And this may not be an AI problem. I know y'all looking like, oh my God, chat, get it wrong. But it may not be a chat GPT problem, right? It
Mm.
may be a business clarity problem. Hello. Because
Hello.
imagine we run this test with 5 people and every person gets a completely different description of the company. My first reaction would be ChatGPT, it may not be its fault.
Mm.
Maybe it's the information on the internet that's getting us wrong. Maybe the content you're putting out there is wrong. Maybe it's you, entrepreneur.
Hmm. I'd start wondering whether we've even made the company clear enough, or maybe we didn't spend enough time developing well enough.
Yes.
I'd start considering that. Have you discussed what's
Mm.
important? What are the value systems?
Yes. And maybe the business is living differently in everybody's head. And AI just made it very visible to you.
Yes. And that's a bigger issue, right? Because if the humans don't agree on the business, how are we expecting the non-humans, the AI, to agree?
Hello. Listen, you cannot automate clarity you've never created for yourself in reality.
Mm,
Okay.
mm.
So what does ChatGPT know about your business? What's it know about you behind the business?
Now I'm curious. I'm curious because what does it know? What does ChatGPT think your business is? Have you ever asked it? That would be amazing to see what it said.
Come on, listen, I do that all the time. That's what you see it popped up and said, you're the self-trust activator.
Uh-huh.
Most people don't do that though, right?
Oh,
And I
yeah,
think that it's a fascinating. I feel like this whole demonstration was fascinating.
it
So
is.
ask it right now if you're watching the replay now, what do you understand about me? Right?
Yes,
Then read the answer like you're the CEO and see what it says.
right. Not like a fan, y'all. Not like a fan. Okay.
Right. Is it accurate? Is
Right.
something outdated that happens? Is it making assumptions? Is there
Right.
something critical it doesn't know? Because if I'm going to keep using this thing to help me work, I want to know what foundation it's working from. Hello,
Mhm.
somebody.
That may be the homework before you ask it to do anything else. Make sure you understand what it thinks.
Because we don't need no more random AI. We
No
don't
more.
need
You
AI to be
right.
ghosting. We need intentional AI,
Right.
right? And that brings
Right.
us back to Monday this week. Using AI like a CEO is not just getting better at prompting.
I'm telling you, it's definitely not. It's collecting more tools. It's definitely not that. You don't need to be just adding more things. That's not what we're doing.
Okay, is deciding how AI belongs inside your business, what
Mm,
context matters, where it can help, where a human still needs to decide, and what the company needs everyone to understand. Okay.
yep. If we don't decide, everybody else is going to decide for themselves. Not because
Ooh.
not because they're doing anything wrong, y'all. It's because they're trying to do their jobs. And of course, they've got all this technology that makes it faster. So they're just going to do what they do. You've got to get the reins, get control.
Did y'all hear that? She said, if you don't decide, everyone else is going to decide for themselves what your business stands for. See, technology moves fast, but
Mm,
leadership still has to lead from the front.
right. You
Okay.
know it. You know it. Now I want you to go back to something. I want you to go back to something we talked about earlier. What if everybody did get the exact same answer? What would that look like? Wouldn't that have had its
Mm,
own set of problems, y'all?
absolutely.
Mm,
Because I don't want everybody, we don't want everybody in your business thinking exactly alike. We are not, what do you call it? We're not clones. If
nope.
nobody challenges anything, you lose a lot of value,
Mm. The
and that's
creative
not good.
line. So sameness is not the goal. It's just representing the big picture, the
Yes.
culture, the attitude, the service protocols, what we represent. It's that general focus that we need to have. Like we need to stay inside the box.
Absolutely. And that means alignment, right? Having the same truth, but different thinking. And that creates a healthy, more rounded out team,
I like
right?
that. I like that.
Yeah. Me too. And I think that's the business lesson that's had underneath this ChatGPT experience because man, I want to try so many different things now with this demonstration because wow,
Yeah.
why
And
does this
I
matter
don't want
for
us
the
to
whole
lose
woman?
the woman in all this technology. The woman
Right.
that we should be, the whole woman matters. So because she's the reason we're having this conversation to begin with, if AI is going to be a part of her company, it should take some pressure off. And it shouldn't mean she now has to go behind everybody checking every ChatGPT answer, right?
Absolutely. Because that's not leverage. That is a headache.
Oh my goodness. Right. We don't need no more headache. Exactly. So we have to build some clarity into the business first. We have to make sure that we explain to people who we are, that they're clear on how the company functions and operates. Even if you think with this brand new, insight, you may have to go back over it and set the rules of the game. And she doesn't have to be the person correcting everybody all day long if she puts that information out front.
Absolutely. And that is working smarter. See,
Mm,
your business gets clearer. So the founder doesn't have to carry all of it personally, right? We're not superwomen.
Right.
We don't want to be.
Nope. Nope.
So
Nope.
don't put AI on top of the wrong problem. And that's why we don't want tonight's to feel like another AI prompt, right? Because
Mm-mm.
before you start building AI deeper into your brand and your business, we want you to know what your company actually needs.
Right. Right.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe AI isn't the biggest issue. Maybe what we just exposed is more of a system problem. Maybe it's a leadership problem, could be that, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just, revenue is unpredictable problem. Maybe you've, been trying to do all of this all by yourself. Maybe it's all that.
Come on. That's why we built the WOBIZ Business Diagnostic. You
Mm,
could take this in a quick assessment, like maybe 5 minutes, and
right.
get your business health score. And you'll
Mm.
see exactly where your business is actually strong and where it's too dependent on you.
I love the tool. I love the
I
tool.
love it too.
Yeah. So listen, don't diagnose your business based on the newest thing you saw online, right? Don't do that.
No,
You
no,
want
no.
to find out what your business actually needs. That's the trick right there.
Because AI can make a good business more leverage. It can, have a greater foundation, have more access, but we don't want us as entrepreneurs using the AI to make a broken process move faster. That's what we
Mm-mm.
don't want.
Or confusion move faster. We don't want none of that either.
Exactly. Exactly.
So we started tonight asking if two people give the same prompt to ChatGPT in a brand new chat, will they get the same answer? And we conclusively found out the answer to that.
Yes. After seeing what happened, I think there is a more important question to ask,
Mm,
which is what does ChatGPT know about you?
hmm And what does your team chat GPT know? Girl, you know it's getting late when I'm like, blah, 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 blah,
No, because your business, your brand should not become a different company depending on who's using ChatGPT when it's open.
right. And
That's
not
not good.
not different people, yes, or different perspectives, absolutely, or different jobs. Well, of course, but business has to be consistent and it has to
Absolutely.
know who it is in all cases.
Period. Same truth, different thinking. That's it.
Yeah, and if you don't know how healthy right now, the foundation is right now, take the WOBIZ Business Diagnostic, like we mentioned,
And
right?
get your business health score.
Mm.
Then make AI fit in the business. Don't make the business fit AI.
Woo.
That part.
Because technology is supposed to give you leverage, not another thing to have to like be carrying, like, let
So
me go
that
get a
is
call to
work
chat.
smart. That is work smarter. W in our pillar in our
Yes,
framework for WOBIZ, that is work smarter.
yes, it is. And that's how we build a business that can grow without taking the whole woman down with it.
Ooh, so we will see you Monday for Redesign Live. Comment below if you tried the prompt. Did it do the same thing for you? Did you learn anything in this video? What was your takeaway? And we would love to hear from you. Other than that, we will see you on Monday for Redesign Live. And on Monday, we'll be talking about O. We'll be in the O framework.
Yes.
And what's O again?
Go ahead and read it because own your
Yes.
visibility.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
it's late, y'all. If
Yeah. Okay. So
Anita's like
on.
asking me, you know it's late. You know
All
what?
right.
Listen, WOBIZ is also an acronym. We made sure that
Yes.
we put some functionality behind that. So it's an acronym and, own your visibility.
Yes. So if you don't know, WOBIZ is work smarter. W-O, own your visibility. B, build predictable revenue. I, invest in a whole woman. Z, zero isolation. So Monday we will be on own your visibility. You don't want to miss it. And if you got any value, comment below. Take the diagnostic. It's in the description box below. And there you can take it. And it takes 5 minutes to complete. And you'll get everything in your email like within the next 10 minutes. So
Don't
yeah,
we love free tools? Free
we
tools.
love free tools that actually
Yeah.
work. So we'll see y'all very soon. Thank you for